In this video, I'll be walking you through what it's like living in Bali in 2024, making 20,000 a month with remote sales. So stick around, and at the end of this video, I'll be showing you the exact step-by-step process I used to find my first offer with remote sales and how you can find your first one as well. And it's the easiest and most efficient way in finding your first offer with remote sales. So first off, I'll be going over the experiences that I've already experienced here in Bali the last 2 weeks I've been here. I've been to Savaya, which is one of the best clubs in the world. It's basically just this big club on the edge of the cliff. And you probably, if you watch my videos, you probably already saw that video. We went ATV riding through the jungle, which was pretty fun, although we did get stuck behind some kid who was going very slow. And then what else did we do? We got 500-gram steaks pretty much every single day from Meat Emporium, and it was like $30 for each and every steak. And if you're making 20,000 a month, I mean that's not really putting any dent into any type of wallet. And then we stayed at 5-star villas. We went bike riding across the islands, and basically just had shisha every other night as well. So, I mean, it hasn't been a bad time so far. And we also did go hike on this volcano and watch the sunrise for my friend's birthday. And that was probably the most beautiful sunrise I've ever seen. It did take like an hour and a half or 2 hours to actually reach the peak of the mountain, but I think it was definitely worth it. And I mean, I did get a little bit sick from it. I don't know how, but I got like a little bit of a sinus infection. But I mean, being able to do all of those things and making money at the exact same time, I think is the dream life, because there's a lot of people here in Bali that I've met. They're out here, they're partying every night, and I was just talking to them, and they were basically saying that they work 2 to 3 months and then just go travel for 2 to 3 months and keep going back and forth from the 9 to 5 to vacationing and coming out here. Now, I was thinking about that, and basically, I mean, that's a lot better than what most people do. Most people just vacation 1 to 2 times a year, and they're doing it for months at a time. But what I do, I can vacation pretty much full time. So that's what I think the beauty of remote sales really is being able to live on your own terms, travel where you want to go, and actually live life at the exact same time you're making money. Now, none of this would have been possible if I hadn't taken the risk of basically getting out of the normal path, which was just staying in university, going to the 9 to 5 route, and just settling for a life that could have just been given to me from everyone else that I knew, to going down the hard and lonely path of dropping out of college, starting to work at 9 to 5, and finding out that's not what I really wanted to do in life, and then going down the path of finding out what I truly wanted, which is basically just traveling the world, making money anywhere I go, and finding out how to reverse engineer that process to find out I needed to learn how to do remote sales and to leverage the ability of sales to help other influencers basically sell the courses, mentorships, communities, whatever they're selling. I just stand in the middle of that cash flow from the prospect to the influencer. So for you to do the exact same thing and basically have the ability to travel the world, go wherever you want, and basically just achieve whatever you want in life, you need to find out what you actually truly desire, because most of the time no one really knows what they want because their brain is always distracted by reels, TikTok, movies, sports. They're always consuming content and never really getting to know themselves and what they truly want. So to live the life of your dreams, you need to find out what your dream life even is, and let the universe and yourself know what that dream is for yourself, and then reverse engineer that entire process to see what calculated risk you need to take in order to achieve that dream life. Like for me, before I was living the life I am living now, I was basically just living a life of pleasure instead of purpose. When I was in university, I would just party, drink, smoke, just I wouldn't really do anything with purpose, and I was just aimlessly going through life. But all it took was me dropping out, finding out what I really wanted, and that just means sitting alone in my room, taking notes on like what I truly enjoy, and finding out what dream life I want to make. Because reality is very moldable, and you can create any reality you want. Because if you think about it, life is just a dream. You don't have to live in a nightmare for your entire life. Now we did have to teleport over here because I don't know if you guys can see, but it just started pouring out of nowhere. But if you guys are still sticking around in this video, I'll be telling you the best way to find your first offer to start making money online anywhere in the world. You may have heard before that it's not what you know, it's who you know that depends on how much money you make. And that's an absolute true statement, especially for remote sales, because if you know the right people in the remote sales space, you'll be able to get the opportunities that are necessary to make 10, 15, 20 to 25,000 a month anywhere in the world. And you could be the best salesman in the world, but if you're not in the right vehicle and not on the right offer, you're going to be very limited in terms of how much money you're going to be making each and every month. So the best way, like the absolute best way to find your first offer with remote sales is through networking. Like I was saying, it's who you know, not what you know. That depends on how much money you make. So the best way to start networking and finding the best people to connect with to get on your first role with remote sales is number one, the absolute best way in terms of like finding the right people and connecting a lot easier is in person, because that's how I found my first offer. So, I mean, it does take a lot of courage to network in person over like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and other stuff like that, because in person, you can actually connect one on one because everyone else is trying to connect to like Facebook and Instagram. So, to stand out and to find your first offer a lot easier, networking in person is definitely the best way to go. And like I say, it does take a lot of courage because I did have to book my one way flight to Bangkok. I had 1,500 to my name. So, I mean, it did take a lot of balls. And if you have the same amount of balls and the same amount of courage, that is the easiest and quickest way to find your first offer. Now, if you do need any extra help, or maybe you don't have the courage to network in person, or maybe you're just having trouble to get to that 10,000 a month mark with remote sales, I did open up 2 more spots in August for you to hop on with me and let me kind of hold your hand and walk you through the entire process on how to get you from where you are now to at least making 10 to 20,000 a month anywhere in the world. So if you are interested in actually like traveling the world, making money online, basically just going wherever you want and living on your own terms, just click the link down below with the Calendly link, and I can hop on a call with you, see if you would be a good fit for remote sales. And I have had to turn just a few people away just because I knew they wouldn't be quite successful with remote sales yet, just because of their social skills and their speaking skills. So I did have to send them away. But if you are a good fit, I can get you to make at least 10 to 20,000 a month anywhere in the world. So if that does sound like you, just book a call down below. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you guys did learn basically the best way to find your first remote sales role is through networking. So just start with Instagram and Facebook, and then you can find out where these people are in person and go try to network with them in person. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.